Welcome back to another episode of Burst Your Bubble, hosted by me, Gingerbeard. On today's episode, I'm going to be going over a few things. The first thing is going to have to be people living in the past. Now, I do realize people make mistakes, they mess up, they fuck up, whatever you want to call it. But it happens. It's part of life. People do change and will change, depending on the severity of the mistake. Now, years later, it is not okay to bring everything back up in the past. I mean, who wants to be interrogated for something that may or may not have actually happened? Now, I've actually heard of stories about, vindictive ex-wives, blah, blah, blah. You see that a lot in the military. Years later, they'll bring up, oh, you missed this many child support payments, you didn't show up this, blah, 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 blah. Just a bunch of vindictive shit. Who's got time for all that hatred? I mean, really, do you have nothing better to do with your life except for make another person's life a living hell? Which brings me to my next point. This isn't really directed at anyone. It's really not. You can take me to court over it. Don't care. Because it's not to anyone. Which now brings me to my next point. Baby mamas, or baby daddies, who love to use their children as weapons. Now, the very thought of that just absolutely disgusts me, because a lot of states have laws where you have to know where said children are. And I have a lot of friends of mine that have no clue where their kids are and haven't seen their children in years, and every time they try to take said person back to court, they're nowhere on the face of the earth. Now, why is this okay? Why is child support, or the state that they're living in or ran off to, deciding to let this slide? I mean, from personal experience, child support knows exactly where I am, which is fine, because I'm not trying to run, I'm not trying to go anywhere. But I mean, come on, why is this okay? What fucked up justice system is this okay? Which brings me to one of my last points. I'm rather confused as to why taking the non-custodial parents' license away is okay, especially when they have a job that's dependent on driving. Now, how in the world is the other person supposed to pay for said child support? Now, granted, there are other ways, and child support really doesn't care how you pay the payments, which is really just, damn, dude, fuck me with no lube kind of thing. Come on now. So, for my last point, I'm gonna have to say vindictive people really need to stop. I mean, your life must be a living hell if you're going after somebody else and trying to make theirs the same. I mean, it could be any kind of situation whatsoever. Why? Why be so hated? So, in closing, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up and say one more thing. Honestly, if the shoe fits, about anything I just said, go ahead and wear it. All I'm doing is doing a little public service announcement, getting this off my chest. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So until next time, this has been another Gingerbeard Studios production, hosted by me, Gingerbeard. If you guys have any comments, concerns, so on and so forth, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. And I will personally address them myself. I can promise you that. Until next time, Gingerbeard, out.